Hey guys, what's up? A lot of people ask me for like tips on movement and things like that, so I thought I'd drop a movement guide today. It's not really that complicated or advanced or anything, but there's like a lot of little things you can do to make yourself harder to hit and to apply pressure just with your movement. So we're gonna go over that. Okay, to start, if you're not as good at the game, you might not know about a few things such as dash jump, fast fall, or like platform cancels. So basically, I'm going to show you what these are really quick and how to use them, and then we'll go into the guide. So dash jump is just dashing and then jumping at the same time. You can add a fast fall to this to go down to the ground really quick. It lets you cover a lot of space really quickly. If you dash on a platform, you get a platform cancel. You can also do a delight on them. You got to be careful not to do a delight on accident, trying to dare through them. But yeah, so those are like what they are. So you have fast fall by holding down in the air. You dash and jump at the same time, and you can combine those to do that. And you have platform cancels. Now that we know pretty much, like, there's not a lot of like tech in Brawlhalla, so there's not like a whole lot to movement. It's just about learning how to apply pressure and avoid attacks. So we'll get right into that. Okay, so there's like a few ways you can bait out attacks, right? You can like play fast around them, jumping and fast falling and like moving around them, just to make them miss an attack and then punish. This is like a good option against certain people, but you got to be careful doing this because if you use all your jumps while doing this, if someone who you're fighting knows how to catch landings, they'll catch you on the way down. So that's when you mix up jumping twice and then going to the ground, or you jump a third time, maybe dodge and then hit them. You got to mix it up, you know. You can also play really slow. Like, if you have stage control, like you're in the middle of the map and they're pushed back, you have a lot of room to run. So you can just, like, for example, you can jump at, like, dash jump at them and then back dodge. And if they attack, then you get a punish after. So you do something like that, you know. So you can play fast around them and try and make them miss attacks, or you can stay pretty grounded probably. Bait out attacks. Sometimes you're going to want to run through them. Because if you get predictable, just running away, like let's say you're just doing this, like you keep running, they can overshoot and punish you. So you do want to mix it up and run through them sometimes. For example, Megdi does this really well. Like he'll run to the corner and then randomly you'll think he's gonna run, and then he runs through you and then you miss and he punishes you. It's good to know how to do both. You want to be able to mix up like aggressing and applying pressure, jumping around them, and being able to play grounded, and just being able to apply pressure in general is like better probably. Like if I'm like on stage control, right, and I dash towards them, they have to do something, right? Like they can't sit here because then I just get to hit them for free, right? Like you can just do that. Here, let me set it to reset the bot in the corner. So if you apply pressure like that, right, you dash at them and then they jump in reaction, you can dash at them, cancel the dash by holding back, and you can jump stare on reaction or jump recovery on reaction when they jump. So to apply pressure with the movement, you gotta get them scared. You gotta make them panic when you dash at them. If they're just sitting there, just hit them, right? And be careful because they might just attack out of it. They might not be scared at all. That's why you have all this room to run away. So you can basically like dash at them and stop it and see what they do based on reaction. And then you want to take note of what they're doing and things like that, because people have habits, like a lot of bad habits. So maybe he jumps every single time, or maybe they spot dodge when you approach them. So they spot dodge, you wait, and then you punish. And you just want to keep note of what people are doing. And you can like jump around them. Like, for example, you know, someone like does certain things, like you move how you think will work against certain people. You know, you don't move the same way against every single person. So, for example, if I'm fighting someone who will run through me when I like apply pressure and they don't attack, I'll like dash at them, wait, and then turn around and hit them. But if they attack, I might like dash and then jump, and then I punish the attack. So it's not going to be the same for everybody. Okay, so some things to keep note of is if you're playing super slow and you're like moving back a lot, you're giving up stage, and that lets you get pressured really easily. So, for example, if you're here and then you run to here, you're at the corner of the map. You'll die earlier, and they have stage, and they can pressure you a lot easier because you have nowhere to run to anymore. And if you're constantly running at them, they can just hit you. And if you're jumping up like this a lot, like sitting above them and using all your jumps and coming down, they can catch your landing, right? So everything has like counterplay to it, right? For example, if someone's jumping above me, I'll just jump recovery them, right? On sword. And then maybe they'll jump above that and then punish. That's when they start using their jumps. You wait for them to come down and then punish, right? So that, like, everything has ways around it. So if someone's constantly running from you, you should probably work on, like, for example, if they run to the corner. I know a lot of people struggle with that. Work on, like, applying pressure with stage. You don't always have to approach. Just being able to bait out an attack at some point. Like, they have nowhere to run and you can. Ways you can also counter that is randomly crossing up. For example, you're in the corner. They're trying to apply pressure. If you know they'll avoid the attack if you just randomly attack, try and cross them up. Like, dash jump through them. Maybe jump twice. And then fast fall, like, in between. Like, you have to get really good with the fast fall so that you're, like, hard to hit. Just moving fast around them can get you out of the corner, though. But everything has, like, ways to counter it. So it's just on you to, like, learn it. So another thing you can use if you have good movement is just, like, random weapon throws. Like, weapon throws are broken, right? So there's a few things you can do. Is if you're, like, getting caught landing a lot, weapon throw down covers you, like, perfectly. It's like literally skillless. Like, anyone can do it. You just weapon throw down. If it hits, you can combo off of it, pick your weapon back up, right? If it doesn't hit, whatever. Like, you literally have no recovery frames, and they have to avoid that to get away, right? So, like, let's say they try and avoid this, you can just get away after. So weapon throw down is, like, huge, because it's just dumb. Like, you can just land with weapon throws. So, like, people with, like, super floaty playstyles can get away with it. Like, I can just do this and then weapon throw and be safe. And they have to, like, move around it so perfectly. It's really dumb, but it's, like, a really good way to stop people from catching your landings. So since it's in the game, might as well abuse it, right? Put that into your game plan. Weapon throws in general are just kind of crazy. Like, if you catch someone, like, let's say Volkov is right, standing right here, right? And you, like, dash at him, right? And he runs away like this. He just runs to the corner. If you don't want to commit to an option, you can just dash weapon throw him. And then most people will dodge in off weapon throws or wake up, and you can read that. When people start dodging different ways, you'll just have to start reading different ways. But, like, you can just read off weapon throws. Like, for example, if I said Volkov to dodge in, and say you're, like, moving around people, and then they start running and you weapon throw them, you get, like, a free combo, right? Weapon throws are really good for calling out people who are running, or, like, to break neutrals. Like, let's say you're jumping around each other or moving around each other and you just dash weapon throw. It's really, like, hard to react to. And if they spot dodge it, for example, let's say they were to spot dodge this, it's still your turn after. So they spot dodge it and then you just hit them unarmed and then go grab a weapon. So, like, I'd definitely put weapon throws into your game plan. They're just, like, insane to use. You're not really at any risk besides if you don't have good unarmed. You just have to learn unarmed. Because if it misses, whatever, you know, you're not getting punished for it. So definitely put that into your game plan. Thanks again, guys, for the 4K subs. If you have any questions that I didn't answer in the video or anything like that, I try my best to check comments as much as I can. So just ask away in the questions. Yeah, peace, guys.